like being an observer?
It's been a really good time. I didn't so much expect to be involved as much. I thought I'd kind of just sit in the back of the classroom, but happily became more involved and getting to know a lot of you guys.
What's your high school experience compared to Bellwood?
I went to a much larger high school, and I really appreciate how tightly knit you guys all are. Like every class knows everybody from the other class. It wasn't like that with my high school, so I appreciate this more.
What's something you enjoy about being a student teacher?
Getting to meet a lot of you guys has been a really awesome experience. I think I'm learning just as much from you guys, if not more, as you are from me. So hopefully you guys are learning stuff from me.
What's something about this experience that you didn't expect?
So I'm only here for about another week, and I did not expect it to be so hard to leave. I didn't think it was going to be stink so much, you know?
Aww.
What's your experience like being an observer?
It's been good so far. I've been learning a lot from Mr. Naylor, and it's been a great experience.
What's your high school experience like compared to Bellwood?
The high school I went to was a lot bigger, so I had like almost 800 people in my graduating class. So this is like a lot smaller, and this is also a rural area, and I was from the suburbs, so differences there.
What's something you enjoy about being a student teacher?
I enjoy being in the classroom, helping students learn, and learning from Mr. Naylor. This is a great source of information.
What's something about this experience that you didn't expect?
I didn't expect all of the students to have like grown up together and know each other and already like be friends going into the school year.
What's your experience like as an observer?
So far, my experience has been pretty good. Observing Mr. Naylor, watching Mr. Naylor work, I definitely have learned a lot about what it's like, how to actually be a teacher, and his teaching style is very different from what I experienced in high school. So it's been a lot of fun to learn the different approaches that he takes.
What's your high school experience like compared to Bellwood?
Surprisingly smaller than Bellwood. So it's like, it feels very homey being here, because like I was afraid in my placement that I was gonna end up in like Altoona or State High, where like it's gonna be this huge school with like thousands of students. But like I think your classes here are only like 100 students or so, and my high school was only 50 in my graduating class. So like it's a lot of what I remember from whenever I was in school.
What's something you enjoy about being a student teacher?
This kind of relates to what I said about being an observer, but I like being a student teacher because I like learning. And so learning from all this experience with Mr. Naylor and letting him kind of take the reins and like seeing how everything actually works in the classroom and seeing how he grades things and seeing like all that back end work that you never see as a student has been very interesting and is very exciting for me, because I like to learn these little ins and outs and little details of all these like big operations. Like a school's a big operation, so seeing like these little details is weird, but like really fun.
What's something about this experience that you didn't expect?
I didn't expect the school to be so small, because I thought like my school was small and like it's a little bit bigger, but like it is really weird being in a really small school, especially kind of like the area we're in, like pinched between Altoona and State College with like these giant schools. I thought every school that I had a chance of ending up in was gonna be like at least like 1,000 some students per class. So again, happy I'm in a small school, but I was expecting significantly worse. Also, I wasn't expecting students to be so like active in the classroom. They always talk. They're always very willing to talk and like participate, which has been very nice and very helpful for me.
So what's your experience been like being an observer?
I really enjoy it. I think every day presents a new opportunity. The night before, I'm always looking forward to something different. I like sitting back and just observing the class, but I also prefer to get involved with students, do different activities, maybe help out, teaching them something new, and every lesson that I'm able to teach is just really fun and really rewarding. So overall, I really enjoy the experience.
What was your high school experience compared to Bellwood?
I just have a whole new perspective on it. My high school was a whole lot larger than this. Our class size was 600 plus kids, so the environment's completely different. Here it seems that every student knows one another and all the teachers know every kid. So it's definitely new to me, but it's really awesome to be able to remember everybody's names. remember everybody's names quite yet, but I'm working on it. Overall, the experience is new, but it's enjoyable and I'm getting used to it.
So what's something you enjoy about being a student teacher?
I really like interacting with students. I think everybody has a different personality. Everybody brings something about themselves that's new every day. I don't know, I'm very new here, but still I think everybody enjoys my presence. I definitely feel welcomed. And I like hearing the stories from kids about what they do after school and what they have to look forward to on the weekends, which is awesome.
What's something about this experience that you didn't expect?
I'll tie that into the previous question and answer. The immediate respect from the students. I expected that since I'm closer in age with everybody, that they'd kind of just toy with me a bit, appropriate setting. But everybody's really respectful, pays attention when I speak, and willing to listen to what I have to say. And even though I'm not an expert on the content I teach, they still look up to me to guide them, so that's cool.
What's your experience been like being a teacher?
So, big thing is, one, the differences between classes. Some of the classes, like this is a pretty full class. My first period of the day is only 3 students in the class. So that's very much different. Like I did an observation a couple of years ago in middle school, back home. And also the technology changes. Like, when I was in school, we had smart boards that didn't have like the TV. And the smart boards, they were constantly having to be calibrated. And then having iPads. Again, when I was in school, we had to like sign out carts full of laptops. I don't know, just some of the classes, how different they are. Like this class and the third period class talk all the time. Second period, they almost never talk. And first period, they're also very introverted. So it's like very hard to interact with them because they're like, yeah, just give me the work and leave me alone.
What's your high school experience like compared to Bellwood?
So I went to a bigger school. So my high school, I'd say about 4 times as big because I think graduation class was like 90 something here. Ours was around 400. So it was a much bigger school, and obviously, and Bellwood's kind of small, like just the population versus where I went. Again, the technology thing, that was a big part of it. Is I didn't have a whole lot of that. Everything was like paper, like constantly using paper, where here teachers don't really use paper because they have the iPads. But other aspects of it haven't really changed all that much. School's school. You have activities. Now, one that they did have in my school, but not many kids did it, was was it CTC? Didn't really have that. We had a tech school that some people went to, but not a whole thing where during the school day where we had that. So that's very much different than my school. Because pretty much everyone just did schoolwork. Also, the times here are a little bit shorter. I've noticed this as a teacher. It's hard to cram so much stuff into 45 minutes, where in my high school it's like 56 minutes. So I have more time to actually teach. Yeah, but from my experience in high school, the way students act, teaching, it's pretty much the same, except new technology, different ways of teaching, that technology allows you.
What's something about this experience that you didn't expect?
I guess, kind of going back to the thing is the wide range of classes. And the thing is, I've realized I think it's because it's post-COVID, so it's been a while since when I did my first observation was that spring of when COVID hit. So like people doing online schooling was not like a thing. So that's very interesting, where some students, they do it from home. So that kind of threw me off guard. I would say maybe also I guess because it's a smaller school, it's a little bit more tight knit, you know, especially because you share with the middle school, smaller class. Like, there were some people in my class that I never once during the entire 4 years ever seen any of them. There was like some people, and that's partially because we had 2 high schools, so like the whole graduating year was like 800 students. So some of the people I went to school in middle school went to that high school, and I went to the other high school. A lot of it's the same, some of it's different, but it's very much, a lot of it's the same.